Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on The Balconettes, a French movie about three female roommates who get into trouble, kind of like Rear Window, but kind of not. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So what happens is you've got these three female roommates, and they're French, and they're a bit wild and young. They have a mysterious neighbor across the way who they're into, and they watch him and for a while, and then eventually they contact him, and he invites him over for a drink. And they all go over, and they have a great time, seemingly. But two of them leave, and one stays, I think, to have sex with him. And the next morning, he ends up dead. And the other two roommates have to help hide the body so nobody finds out. I'm not sure. I don't think the other girl kills him. I think he killed himself, but they decide to cover up the body in order to make sure there's no problem. I don't know. It's a wacky French thing, but at the same time, it has some serious stuff in it too. But it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's a farce, French farce. The French have a different sensibility. But there is boobies in this, so that's a plus. Huge plus. It doesn't look unentertaining. It looks a bit frazzled and flighty. So, only together we can really be ourselves, whatever that means. Whatever that means. I don't know. I mean, with the boobs, I would check it out. I think there's quality boobs in this. Will it be funny? It probably won't be funny to my American sensibilities because they're French and their sense of humor is different. It's a little odd. Some of it might be funny. Europeans, I think they tend to be a little over the top with their comedy, especially the French. I'm not sure what this is. But, so you could see, I've often said, looking over comedies, go big or go home, right? The French would be the guys who would go too big. It would be all going big. It would be like, wah! And very little else. So I don't know. Maybe it's got more of an American sensibility and I could get into it. I don't know. But, I wouldn't mind checking it out on a streamer. So first act, the girls are living in their flat, and they're crazy single girls. Who the hell knows what they're doing? And then they keep checking out their neighbor until finally he invites them over. They go have some drinks. Two of the girls leave so the other two could have sex, I guess. Next morning, she shows back up in their apartment covered in blood, and they have to figure out what happened. They find him dead and hanging. They assume the girl who stayed did it, but that may not be the case. And then they clean up the crime scene because they assume it was in self-defense because she's very traumatized. Who knows what happened? And wackiness ensues throughout the second act. And in the third act, it's probably revealed somebody else killed him, or he killed himself. And then the girls are not charged, and they go on with their wacky lives. And along the way, we see some boobs. So, I can't knock a movie that's at least going to show us boobs. Because in America, we had boobs in our movies at one point. It was America, damn it. And you could guarantee at least 2 sets of boobs in a horror movie. And at least a couple of boobs in any random movie that had a comedy in it. Come on. Did you see Airplane? There were boobs in that. So, I gotta give it to the French for at least keeping boobs. All right, let's read the write-up. 3 women in a Marseille apartment get stuck in a heat wave. They find themselves trapped in a terrifying affair and longing for freedom. That sounds like a French person wrote the English translation of this. So I'm not a giant fan of French movies, so I would never go into the theater to see this. But I would be willing to give it a shot on streaming because, again, boobs. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for our other videos. We don't get very political here because, you know, YouTube. Although these days I might start it. Who knows? Could finally do my political videos here again now that we're in the golden age. Anyhow, we'll be talking more about that on the other channels. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.